take the dogs out for a ride. Figure I'll bring you guys along, show you everywhere we got mowed over the last couple days. You guys gonna go for a ride? Huh? Go for a ride? Yeah. Okay. Front yard. Here's what we got done on the barn door so far. Got all the windows in but one, and got the siding on, except for around that window and this end down here. Here, I'll just hold it. Flag there. Couple targets. We're going to be moving this to a different location. Maybe I'll do that this week. Get it out of the front yard. That's our hay field. There's a hay field over there. This hayfield here along the tree line, and then this fence line we mow a trail all the way across. There's some turkeys. Sneak up on these guys. Ducked in the wood, but that was turkey that flew across there. Got Sarge all perked up. Neat to see some turkeys. Here's down around these hills here. Oh, Sarge is gonna go look for those turkeys. He says, I'm off. He ain't gonna find them, is he, Copper? Oh, there they went running down the dam. He missed them. Yeah, we've got all this mowed here. This big area here, and my hands are dirty. That is full of like logs and stuff. I got to bring the skid steer over, clean that up, and then brush hog it. Sarge, you missed them. Definitely missed them. There's our little pond. We're wanting to take the dam and raise it to where the water line stays about right there, all the way across. And not that I make it about a 5-acre lake. Someday. Drive down here. Coming, Sarge? Sarge wants those turkeys, and they're down here. Sorry, Copper. smells them. Smell them turkeys. That's where the turkeys ran to. Here's the pond. It is spring fed and always has water coming out of it. That spring's always flowing. You can come out here in the dead of summer when there's no rain, and this has always got water coming out of it. He's still looking for those turkeys up there. That's our goal with this pond, is to redo the dam and make it to where the water level goes to about right there. And make it a nice, about a 5-acre lake. So, Sarge says. Is that good, Sarge? Yeah. Here's old Copper. All right. I better get moving. You guys gonna run behind me? There's our swing that we hung up in our big tree. I think this is the first thing we did when we bought this property, is we hung this swing. I'd bought it, hung it up for Tanya on the big oak. And we got a little trail here. This goes along the edge of the hayfield. This goes down here quite a ways. This is one of the property lines. That is a cow pasture over there, all fenced. This goes probably 1/8 of a mile further till you hit a creek. There's a trail there. It's just grown up. I gotta get the skid steer out here someday and get it all cleaned up. Probably this winter when you can see better. We'll get that. Alright, we're just coming out of that trail. Sarge, you coming? Come on. Hey. Good boy. Copper's in the back. Turn the camera back on just in case the turkey are out. That's one of my jobs this week, is to get this stuff here cleaned up. That'll be fun. There we go. Two big oak trees that the kids have swings in. Swings that Tanya and the kids put in. This is one of the only old buildings on the property. Originally there would have been a house right here. Previous owner had it tore down. Wish I could have seen it before it was taken out to see what it looked like. This is just a little building. But this pipe here is what's nice. That's an 80-foot deep well. That's got water in it. So that will be nice. We decide to build over here in the future. We got water already there. A good well. This building's just used for storage of building materials right now. Talking about taking this building, put it on skids, and rebuild it as a horse shelter that we can skid around. This is hayfield over here that the farmer comes and gets, and this is just grown up. We burned it off this spring and it's too tall to mow with a zero turn at this point, so it's just prairie, which I think it's pretty. A lot of flowers out there, a lot of wildlife, I'm sure. There's our fruit trees. We've got 5 of them here. 4 are doing good. This one apple tree keeps getting eaten by deer. This is what we call the hidden trail. It starts off really small and opens back up. Alright, we're at the dead end of this. I'm going to cut the camera off. I'll turn it back on once we get back up to the top. If you go another 400 feet, you're down at that creek that runs through the property. Be on a trail. We'll get that cut in probably this winter also. Alright, made it to the top of the hidden trail. Now we're headed back towards the barn dough, next to the hayfield. So our pole barn's on the other side of those trees there. This is a huge valley. And the valley gets fairly wide coming down through here, but then this knoll here comes out. During the winter, I mean, you can tell even now the valley's real narrow through here. That's the other side of the valley right there. So this would be a good location to put a dam across. If we were to get this dammed up, it would hold water back to where the pole barn is. All these trees would come out and it would make approximately a 10-acre lake. That is one of our future goals for this property, is to make this whole area a lake. And then on top of this point here overlooking the lake, at that high spot, is where we'll build our post and beam house of our dreams. Just gotta find that money tree. So that's where we came from, and across that's where I talked about doing the dam, right across there. So all these trees here would come out, and then this here would be water all the way across and then back up here. And then where you can see the green of the trees, that would all be water. So it'd probably be at least 10 acres, but would make a beautiful, beautiful lake. And then we would build our house up here where this hayfield's at. But if our house is here, we've got the view pointing back towards the road. Other side of the trees is the little pond. And you've got the hay field going up through here. That hidden trail we came from is right there. The fruit trees are right over there. And this is that like wildlife prairie area that we've got. We have the house up here overlooking a big lake with a walkout basement, and that would be our view from our house. The barn dough that we're building in there is so that when we retire and move down here, we can live in that while we build our house and be comfortable, because we've lived inside a camper before while we built our house, you know, over 20 years ago, with 2 babies, or a 2-year-old and an infant, and a pregnant wife living in a camper. Tanya says she's not doing that this time. That's why we're building the barn dough, so we can be comfortable when we move down here. And it may take us 3, 4, maybe 5 years before we break ground on our house. We just got other projects we want to put before that. We're going to build, again, that's the pond. On the other side of the pond where that big brush pile was, we're going to build a huge barn there and have that as a wedding venue on the front side of the property. Hopefully be able to generate some income that way and other ways so that we can afford to build our dream house. Doing okay, Copper? Huh? Old dog? He says he's ready to go back on a ride. Okay. So I will take you now from here. We've got top of a ridge that goes this way. Come back out, and then behind the barn there's another big ridge that comes out with a high point. So we'll go look at those. Going? Come on, Sarge. Come on, good boy. Any critters? Any critters? No? Here to pick up. Always rocks. Always hitting rocks. I always knock them out and try to pick them up when I drive by them so I don't hit them the next time. That trail will actually take you all the way to the creek. There's the barn. This is a cut through to that other ridge. trail goes right to the barn, and it comes down, and you take it that way, that's to the waterfall. That just continues down further and will cut you back into the waterfall trail. I'm going to turn around here and take the waterfall trail though. Hanging on, Sarge? Man, you're a crazy driver. All right, here's the waterfall trail. Put a bridge across this eventually. Make it easier to cross. It's a little bit of a bear right now. Hang on, guys. This is the trail that goes up to that ridge that we were just on. Oh, Sarge says there's something up there. Hang on, Copper. Make it, old boy. Copper says, you crazy driver. All right, you ready to get back in, Sarge? I think he's gonna follow us. So this creek here is our property line. These are spring fed. This one's coming off of our property. Said, I've never seen these not flowing with water, which is a good sign. We plan on making a bridge to cross this also. Make a nice looking bridge. It'll either be here or we'll go up a little ways and cross. There's our little waterfall. About 2.5 foot deep there. Cold, cold, cold water. This area here is nice and flat. We're going to take and get it all cleaned up and cleared out. Talked about putting a pavilion down here, like a little picnic area. I love that sound. Just gorgeous hearing that water flowing like that. You want out, Copper? I think Copper wants out to get him a drink of water. How rude of me, buddy. So Copper is 16 years old, darn near 17. A red bone mix. A great dog. He's just getting older. Needs help. Getting in and out of places now. When he was young, he would have jumped out of there and jumped back in it. Come here, old boy. You want out of there? Oh, we'll go get you some water. Oh, got it? Okay. Yeah, he was getting antsy in the bed of that Ranger. He says, give him a drink. Copper loves it down here. So does Sarge. I could see spending a lot of time right in this area. Just listening to the creek. Okay, we're going to take this trail. The video never shows you depth or height. But this is looking level. So that trail is going up there. So we'll take that, that'll come out on that second ridge. Let the dogs walk back, that way they sleep good tonight.